What's up, everyone? It's Anthony from AB Fitness Center here. Welcome to the AB Fitness Center show, where we help people just like you look and feel better while achieving long-term results. Today, we're actually going to talk about something that I hear very often. I know what works for my body. Okay, so you know what works for your body. So I'm sure a lot of people think that, and I wanted to cover that today and what that actually means. But let's bring this in here. I know what works for my body. Really? Okay, so you know what works for your body. So what does that even mean, right? So when people normally tell me that they're believing that they had, let's just say someone had a little bit of, they lost body fat, they tried something, or they're used to doing something and they lost a little bit of body fat doing that. So they believe that that one thing is the thing that's actually going to get them into shape. So one of the things that we always try to tell everybody is that when you're trying to get in better shape and look better, it's not always important to do cardio first. Doing cardio and just doing cardio in general might not be the thing that's going to actually take you to the next level. So actually, a lot of the time, a lot of people end up overdoing cardio. So what we recommend is for them to cut back on that amount of cardio. So do less cardio. And people are always mind blown about that because they just associate, okay, I got to do a ton of cardio to actually get results. And when they start getting a little bit of progress without getting that, they're like mind blown. But most of the time, people are actually, when they say that, so you know, I did a little bit of cardio. I lost a little bit of weight at a little bit of time doing that. And now I believe that cardio is the one thing that's going to make the difference for me. So it's almost like you're guessing because you made a little bit of progress at some point. But typically when someone says this to me, it tells me that they have no idea of what actually worked. They just had a little success with something that they've done at some point in their life. So for example, if I'm training, let's just say it's a 50-year-old man or a 50-year-old woman, and they told me, okay, I know when I was losing weight, when I was losing weight, I was making so much progress when I was doing cardio. Yes, but when was that? Maybe that was, you were younger then, so your body was responding differently. Or maybe you were just consuming less and you thought it was the cardio. There's a lot of factors that kind of go into, I know what works for my body. I've been doing this a long time. I've been doing this for about 15 plus years. I still almost could tell you, I don't know what works for my body yet. I'm still figuring it out. I'm still testing all these different things. I'm still trying to get better results by doing it. The main thing that you have to remember is that this process is going to take consistency. Fitness is a marathon. It's not a sprint. So what that means is be prepared for the long haul and understanding how things actually work. So I'll just use an example of someone that I was talking to the other day that told me, I know what works for my body. And of course, okay, well, how many calories are you taking in? I'm not sure. Okay, well, so if you believe cardio is the answer to that, are you doing any cardio? No, I'm not doing any. So then it's not working. It's not going to work. This is why our approach to fitness is very cut and dry. It's either you're doing it or you're not doing it. So when you're tracking calories, it's a tool and it's a metric to let you understand, hey, I'm taking in X amount of calories every day and I'm not losing. Okay, so then that means that you need to cut from those amount of calories. And fitness is literally that cut and dry. People make this process to be way more complicated than it needs to be. It's all about your nutrition. 70% of your results are going to come from what you eat. So if you're not keeping track of anything that you're doing nutrition-wise, you're not going to get anywhere. So you have to make sure that, one, you're keeping track of the nutrition. So understanding that the nutrition is going to be the thing that's going to put you to that next level. And understanding that no matter what diet you follow, no matter how much cardio you do, if you have no idea about how many calories you're taking in, you're driving cross country with no map, no GPS. That's essentially what that is. So when someone, again, says, I know my body, that typically means that you've made some progress doing something at some point in your life, and you're associating that something that you did with progress. If that worked, then you would have kept doing it. There's a reason why you stopped doing it. So, and that means that, let's just say it was cardio, and you believe that cardio is the thing that's going to take you to the next level. But then why'd you stop doing it? It means it's because it wasn't sustainable. So you have to, and again, this is why fitness is it's such a difficult thing, because there's so many ways to skin a cat. Some people, for example, respond better to no carbohydrates on their diet. Some people respond better to more. but you have to be able to go through that process to understand, okay, even when my calories are the same, when I pull the carbs out, I feel better, I digest better. There's a lot of factors that go into this. So you have to understand those things. And I'm not saying that, no one's going to know everything about their body, but you can't make that statement, I know what's works for my body, when you're just guessing. There's no consistency in that answer. There's not like you could say like, okay, Anthony, I know what works for me. I've been consuming this amount of calories for this long and this result happens. Not, I think I've made progress when I did this. That doesn't equate to a result. So you have to kind of look at it like that. And it's kind of like, it's very cut and dry. Like I said, numbers never lie. So if you're tracking your calories and your weight's going up, you're eating too much. If you're tracking your calories and your weight's going down, you're losing weight. Again, if you're doing anything else in the middle of that, it doesn't correlate. Like, okay, so if I'm doing cardio 3 times a week for a half hour and my diet's all over the place and I lost weight because of that, that doesn't necessarily mean that the cardio was the thing that made me lose the weight. So you can't associate one with the other. One of the things too that most people, when they say this to me, I know what works for my body, I have found that they're just rushing the result. They have no patience and they're not giving it enough time, not giving anything enough time to work. So for example, if I've had a client who started with me a couple weeks ago and they're not at the level that they believe they should be, which again is always arbitrary because people make results, but everybody wants to be lean yesterday. Everybody wants to be in shape yesterday. And I could relate to that because I set the bar high for myself and I always want to get to that next level. So I understand that, I get that. But you have to give it some time. Your body is going to fight you the entire way. And if you don't give your body enough time, you're not going to find out what happens. I promise, when you do things scientifically, when you do things with a correct approach, when you do things diligently and for a purpose, you'll see results on that other side of it. It's when you wing this that it becomes, it's a fugazi. And fitness can be like that sometimes because sometimes we do a little something and we get results and then we just associate that with that. So you can't do that. It has to be cut and dry. Like for me personally, so I haven't talked about this outside of our private Facebook group that we have for all of our members, but since quarantine has happened for us, it's been over 100 and something days. I've worked out consistently every day, not one day off during this whole time. It's just something that I've just done, and I'm testing things on myself. I understand my nutrition. I track my nutrition. Would I say I think I'm personally in the best shape of my life right now. So would I say that it's equated to that? So that means that for me to equal this or better these results, I have to work out every day? No. I just know that my nutrition's on track, and it's years and culminating of training have brought me to this point. Not so much what I did in the past 90 days or whatever, 100 and something days. So I can't equate, okay, I've gotten really good shape during the quarantine when I worked out every day. No, it's also because I haven't been going out to eat. And remember, every time you go out to eat, you got to assume that they're adding 200-300 calories to everything that you're eating, right? So I haven't gone out to eat because you really can't do that. I've been just more diligent with my diet, and that's been the thing that's taken to the next level. So it's not necessarily having to be, it's because I worked out every day during the quarantine that's what's gotten me in the best shape. But you can't look at it like that. So yes, everybody thinks they know their body, but it's not as hard as people make it sound to be. Literally, if you want results, keep track of your nutrition, eat more protein, and exercise with weights. That will change your body. Not, I did cardio a couple years ago and I got in good shape doing cardio then, so it must be the cardio that's going to take me to the next level. Because I promise you, even if you do that cardio, it's not going to get you there. So that's just a ploy for not having patience. And remember, this is a long process. This is not easy. Fitness is something that's going to be very hard, and it's going to fight you along the whole way. Remember, nutrition is the hardest part of it because it's 24 hours, 7 days a week. The exercise portion of it's a little more easy. You go to the gym, 2, 3, 4 times a week. That's easy. You have an appointment, you go there, you do it, you're done. But the nutrition is all day. All day you're making a conscious choice like, okay, am I going to eat the chips that are in the cabinet at home? Am I going to go home and eat the whole bag of chips? Or am I going to go home and focus on what I need to do? So it becomes where you're focusing. Where you focus is where you're going to go. So if you're focusing on getting in better shape, focus on the things that matter. Focus on keeping track of your nutrition, focus on eating enough protein, and focus on lifting weights. That's it. So yes, you know your body, but a professional knows your body better. All right, guys. Well, thanks for listening to my little rant today. Hopefully, you're able to pick up a little nuggets from that. Again, make sure you like, comment below. Let me know what you struggle with, and I'll comment back, and we'll see how we can help you. All right, guys. I'll catch you on the next one. Our overcrowded personal training gym is in need of trainers. We are drowning in new clients that want and need instruction, and we need you. Certification is a plus, but not necessary. We are growing fast, and there are many opportunities for growth inside our company. So send me a message now if you are interested in working with the best.